Before dying, the old major decided to speak honestly to the animals. He said that the horse worked to exhaustion every day as a beast of burden for the farmer, but in the end, it could not escape being sold. The hens laid their eggs diligently every day, but in the end, they could not even keep one. The sheep offered their wool to humans, while their lambs were born in the cold and hunger. The fat pig seemed to eat happily every day, but all the meat it gained ended up in human stomachs. The reason they lived this way was not due to a lack of diligence, but because the fruits of their labor went into the farmers' pockets. If they wanted to change their lives, the only way was to start a great revolution, overthrow the farmer, and become the masters of their own destiny. The old major's speech moved the heart of every animal. Then the old major spoke again. He warned every animal present that after expelling Farmer Jones, they must not imitate his bad actions and become the next farmer. All animals must be equal. After saying this, the old major left this world, but his thoughts planted a seed in the heart of every animal. The animals' lament woke Farmer Jones, who had been sleeping. After a few gunshots, the animals returned to their shelters, leaving only the body of the old major, which slowly grew cold. When the animals saw the feeding troughs cleaner than their own faces, they gathered in front of the food storage. They decided to take the risk to fill their stomachs. A loud noise woke Jones. The animals, who had not eaten for days, devoured the food frantically, not noticing Jones approaching with his whip. Only when the whip struck them repeatedly did they stop eating. The animals, once docile, suddenly filled with anger. They lined up one by one, ready to face him. Jones, who had never seen this before, slowly retreated from the warehouse, threw down the whip, and ran away. But shortly after, he returned with a group of armed helpers. Seeing this, the white pig led the animals to form a battle line. The first great revolution between animals and humans officially began. This time, they fought for freedom. Every animal in the battle was full of passion and fought bravely for the victory of the revolution. The black guard dog even sacrificed its life. In the end, the war ended with the animals' victory. They won their first great revolution. Immediately after the victory, the animals searched for the tools that had enslaved them and destroyed them together. When they entered Jones's room, they discovered that the decorations were the heads of their own kind. The dried meat hanging from the beams had once been their companions. Every corner reminded them of the humiliation of their slavery. With unanimous approval, they decided to permanently seal that house. No animal could enter it, much less live there. But the black pig, without the others noticing, slipped into Jones's room and adopted the puppies left behind by the black dog. After expelling Jones, the farm was officially named Animal Farm. Under the leadership of the white pig, everyone agreed on a new set of principles written in the most visible place on the farm. The first, no animal shall sleep in a bed. No one objected. The second, no animal shall drink alcohol excessively. Approved unanimously. The third, everything with 4 legs is good. Everything with 2 legs is bad. The hens did not like it until the piglets explained that wings count as legs. The principle was approved unanimously. The fourth and fifth principles were, no animal shall harm another animal, and all animals are equal. Under the leadership of the white pig, they began working for themselves, preparing food for the winter. The white pig organized the ducks to harvest rice. After cutting it, the ducks piled it up. Using tools, the goats carried it to the designated place. The goats carried, the ducks stacked, the old donkey transported. Everyone fulfilled their role. No one slacked off because they knew they were working for themselves. After the harvest, they had time to think and learn. The white pig decided to solve the farm's energy problem. He planned to build a windmill to generate electricity so that even in the cold winter, the animals would not suffer from hunger or cold. The white pig studied for months, all secretly observed by the black pig hiding on the roof. Just as the white pig was about to share his plan, the black pig sent his guard dogs, which he had raised, to drive the white pig off the platform. The white pig, who only cared about the animals, was torn apart alive by the black dogs. A cry that echoed in the sky marked the end of true equality among animals. The black pig shamelessly took over the white pig's research. To finish the windmill quickly, he ordered the animals to work day and night. The fat pigs, like the black pig, acted as overseers. Although the animals worked more, they ate less than before, while the fat pigs, who barely worked, ate the finest food. The old horse and the donkey were the hardest workers. Not only did they work the longest hours, but they also put in the greatest effort. One day, returning to the stable after working until dawn, they saw the fat pigs sneaking into Jones's room to sleep there. The sofas were softer, the beds more comfortable, but this clearly violated their original principles. However, with 2 fierce black dogs at the door, no animal dared to object. This made the black pig even more arrogant. He even began trading with humans without consent. He exchanged the hens' eggs for jam, for his own enjoyment. When the hens found out, they decided to rebel and protest. But how could a few hens fight against the black pig and his guard dogs? Not only were they defeated, but they also lost the black cat, an innocent life. That night, the black pig suppressed all rebellious animals and used their lives as an example. From then on, the principles of Animal Farm were rewritten by the black pig. He declared that although all animals are equal, some are more equal than others. He also banned songs about the rebellion. Anyone who sang them would be executed immediately. From then on, the black pig became even more arrogant. His trade with humans became more frequent. The wealth attracted the envy of neighboring farmers. They reorganized and decided to seize Animal Farm. To win this war, the goats disguised themselves as plants, the larger goats as walls, and the ducks hid under straw. When the humans appeared with tools, everything seemed empty. But suddenly, all the animals emerged and took them by surprise. Although the animals won again, their losses were terrible. The windmill they had worked so hard to build was destroyed. Seeing the fruit of their labor vanish in an instant, the old horse wept bitterly. From that day on, they began rebuilding the windmill. The injured old horse carried rock after rock, while the fat pigs enjoyed themselves in Jones's house, wasting food and preferring to throw fresh fruit on the ground rather than give it to the hard-working animals. The new generation of piglets enjoyed the most privileged treatment from birth. They did not work and received elite education prepared by their elders. Working day and night worsened the old horse's injury, and he began to lose strength. Finally, during an another night shift, a giant rock struck him. He could no longer work. The next day, a vehicle that looked like an ambulance arrived, but the donkey clearly saw the slaughterhouse logo. He ran to get help, but when he returned, the old horse had already been taken away. They chased the vehicle for a long distance, but it was too late. The animals were deeply saddened. To calm them, the fat pigs placed a funeral wreath and shed crocodile tears, but the animals did not believe their act. Seeing this, the pigs did not even bother to pretend anymore. That night, they toasted with wine. With the life of the old horse gone, years passed. The windmill was finally built. Although the farm appeared prosperous, it only benefited a small group of fat pigs. One day, while carrying a load, the donkey saw several fat pigs arrive in a long car. They had come to exchange management experiences. They discussed how to make the animals eat less and work more. The pigs, who once had 4 legs, had now evolved to walk on 2 legs, wearing suits. The donkey stared at them through the window. For a moment, he thought he saw Jones again. But thinking carefully, what was the difference between the pigs and Jones? They oppressed even more, and life had become worse. Finally realizing the truth, the donkey decided to lead another rebellion. After many years, all the animals gathered again with the same purpose. They walked with determination toward the house of the fat pigs. It was time to rewrite the principles of Animal Farm once more. But how long would it last this time? Would the promise of equality once again become the beginning of another nightmare?